Now, let me ask you this, because I feel I usually get in this kind of conundrum. Is it the responsibility of companies to remove all these, ingredients, or is it more so the demand of consumers? Because the truth is, a lot of consumers know about aluminum being bad, and they continue to use it in their deodorant because they don't want to sweat at all. They would rather put that convenience of a cheap product that stops them from sweating and is a good thing in that way than their health, which they say down the line, who knows, maybe this will impact me or not. Which, do you put that responsibility on both the consumer, or do you really put that more on those manufacturers that know they're putting these toxic ingredients into our products?
No, that's a really interesting question. And I think that's an ethical and moral question that you're asking me. Well, one, look, I think let's take Donna Karen's deodorant, for example. She has an antiperspirant. It's really, really effective and women love it, right? And let's say like a woman is like getting married and the natural deodorants make her sweat more. They don't work for her and she needs like a day like to not smell bad and sweat. I mean, she should have that option. Do I think that Donna Karen purposely put something on the market that was harmful? Absolutely not. I think that as science evolved and changed and more knowledge came out and became more mainstream, which, yes, maybe my dad knew about that in 1996, but, a lot of people would say in 1996 that he was a conspiracy theorist and that was a lie. And then, 15 years later, it comes out to be the truth. So, for me personally, I never want to harm anyone, and I only want to use ingredients that I know have a lot of scientific studies behind them. But science evolves and changes, and maybe there's a natural ingredient that people are saying is fine now that it won't be fine later.
Right.
We don't know. We don't know like the answer to that question. So for me, I always look at the studies and the data behind every ingredient that I use. And I'll never put out anything harmful just because my ethos and my integrity and the way I built my company was based on my pain and suffering with this disease. So I have a different angle. I have a different reason, and, but I can't answer that for other people. And I think it's up to the consumer to take responsibility for themselves and, to do the work, which a lot of people are lazy and they don't like to put in that extra work. But my clients are very educated. They're extremely knowledgeable, and, they know probably just as much as me, a percentage of them.
That's the beauty about working in this industry, health and kind of more the holistic medicine field, is that you do have an audience, clientele that are usually very up on the know and place health first, right? Because there are people that may know about this stuff. Again, aluminum, you may know it's bad for you. It gets into the bloodstream through the use of all different types of products, but you continue to use it. You might have your health right now and it's not a big deal, right? It's when you lose it, then you say, oh shit, like I got to backtrack now and look at everything I have to do to regain your health. As someone that's lost your health, I mean, what else is more important? You're going to spend a few more dollars on a product to keep that, your health intact.
The issue is this. Like people who are MTHFR positive and who have autoimmune conditions, it's a blessing and a curse. And a blessing is that we're so sensitive to things that we can catch things before they turn into a huge problem. Whereas someone who has amazing health, eats like shit every day, doesn't do anything, and then all of a sudden they're hit with, God forbid, a terminally ill disease. They didn't have any like little triggers or warning signs going off to basically say this is a problem. So, which is sad, because I don't have that path. I'm super sensitive to everything. So that's kind of like my protection and my shield almost. But in terms of the aluminum, somebody should do a before and after heavy metal test to see what their results are using the antiperspirant and then using a natural deodorant and seeing, physically looking at that test to see if the aluminum changes, which I guarantee if they cut the aluminum foil, the aluminum pots and pans, and the antiperspirant out, they'll see for themselves the effect that has on their body.
Yeah, the quantifiable level that you could do with those sort of things, it's right in front of you. It's not a guessing game of maybe I feel a little better. You're actually seeing it within those tests.